Hey beauties and gents, it's your girl Linnee and welcome to Innerbeautyout. And I'm super excited today because we are playing with none other than Makiage. And if you have not heard of them, and there's people who have said their name incorrectly, it's Makiage. Not Il, I said it wrong too. Makiage, and I believe that's French. Or actually it might be Italian, because you know the company's Italian and everything. Maybe I just got so many cool stuff, and of course the foundation, and we're here always to review a foundation. So I haven't gotten a privilege to actually wear this, you know, out, because I was a little nervous about how it would turn out, but I feel very comfortable even in this right now. She is high glam, okay, very high glam, but I'm here for her. Like, I'm here for her 100%. I don't even know how else to explain it. As far as even just the foundation in and of itself comes in this very frosted glass, and you get 1 fluid ounce. It's made in Italy, but it's distributed in New York. Again, this foundation is called Woke Up Like This Flawless Base Foundation. This is a pro makeup line. And so pretty much I'm in the shade 195, and that's what we use today. And in order to get my right shade, which I'll explain in my tutorial, I was able to use some kind of like olive yellow corrector just to kind of get my shade. Now I know like that might not be the ideal situation for everyone else, but for me, in trying to show you just for the sake of this foundation how it would work out, I decided to do that. Now you can use this one of 2 ways as far as the foundation goes. You can either choose to put this straight on as far as after your skin prep and all that jazz, and this is a matte medium to high coverage foundation for sure, or you can more so mix it down with some kind of beauty oil. And I've been talking a lot about this girl on my channel, and she is Danessa Myricks, and she knows her stuff. And so basically what she does, she created this beauty oil that has actual gold flakes in it. And what I do is use maybe like 2 drops, a drop or so, to mix in with the foundation. And what that does is it essentially could be a thinner, but more so it just kind of like loosens up the particles, the concentration of the foundation. And it just sometimes, depending on that type of foundation, can come off a little bit more dewy. If you're looking to try to make your matte foundation dewy, think of it as putting a gloss over your matte liquid lipstick. Essentially, you're changing that formula to make it more of a gloss like, and the longevity is still there. So basically that's what I ended up doing with the foundation. So okay, without further ado, I don't want to make this super long, but I do want you to check out how I put this look together. So stay tuned for that. Alright beauties, so we're just going to jump right into it. I've already done most of my skin prep work as far as moisturizing, my eye creams, and such. I am going to go in with the Tatcha primer, just in right like my porish areas, just so that I can have like a smoother canvas, and my nose, because that's typically my oily spot too. You do get a bit of a white cast. So we're going to try and figure out our shade match for the Makiage line. I'm not sure if you've heard this, but it's called Woke Up Like This Flawless Base Foundation. And it looks like this. This is what the packaging looks like when you receive it. Something like this when you open it up. I have a couple of different shades here. I'm going to show you my box that I'll be working from. It's pretty heavy. Oh my god. Okay. So essentially this is my working box of foundations. I had picked up quite a bit. So I have 8 shades in front of me. Hopefully one of these will match. And I hope to potentially use this as a kit foundation as well, since I was afforded the opportunity to have this. But I have the shade 155 as being the lightest shade, and then 240 being the deepest of all the shades. Obviously that's going to be too deep for me, but I want to show you guys essentially what it'll look like. Alright, so this is my bare chest. It is a pump formula, and it's glass frosted packaging, so this is heavy. Even the lid is heavy. I just want you to know that. Alright, we got our first pump here. That was shade 155. Alright, this is 175. feeling as confident with the shades right now as far as a match, except for one that could potentially work. This first shade is 155. The next one is 175. This is 185. This is 195. This is 200. Then it's 215. And then it's 225. And the last shade is 240. And I mean, I can color correct. I may have to go and dip into my Pro Kit to try to find a color that just kind of warming this up a little bit more to see if that could potentially work for me. So we're going to work with, I feel like 195 being the closest match to me, and we'll take it from there. Alright, so essentially what I'm going to do today is go ahead and try to make it suit my shade. What I ended up doing is I ended up scraping out a little bit of ochre, which is like a color corrector from MAC. It's like this more olivey-ish yellow kind of like shade right here in their concealer palette, which you can pick up. And I squeezed maybe about 2 or 3 pumps of that, and then I just kind of mixed it around on the back of my hand. Well, we're going to test out if this is a good match or not. So again, here's my neck, here's the color, and it looks like this is a good match for me. Again, you guys already know the deal as far as how I match, and I'm going to show you the difference. So this is just pumped right now on the back of my hand. I'm going to show you what the color looks like without the color corrector in it. And as you can see, it's 2 different shades. So we're going to go ahead, and again, this is definitely going to oxidize, I can already tell. But I feel like at least when it oxidizes, it won't be as red. So I'm going to go ahead and apply one side of my face with a beauty blender, and I'm going to try the other side with a brush and see how that applies. So let's just jump right into it.
About it, baby. You know that I like it. You know that about it.
So this side is the side with the sponge, and then this side is the side with the brush. To be quite honest, I think at first I really liked the side with the brush, but now just seeing how this blended out, I think I'm loving the side with the sponge better. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that all over. This thing does set pretty quickly, just so you know, so you might have to move fairly quickly because it's already pretty much dry on the back of my hand. I'm not mad at the color now that it's like corrected. Like I'm pretty nice. Like, okay, we got something going on here. You know, I do see that like airbrushy kind of a look to it. Let's see. It's thick though. And I will say that it could potentially like settle into lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a little bit more into the sides of my mouth. So I'm using the color corrector and the shade. And what I'm going to do so that it does not settle around my mouth is add a pinch of like beauty oil to this mix. Hopefully it doesn't like completely transform this. Again, guys, this is the first time I'm like trying this, but I just want this to be, ooh, this changed the whole texture of this. It's so prettier. It looks smoother. So So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that around the mouth because I just want to see how that's going to look. Hopefully it won't settle into the lines. So I'm just going to... Alright, you know, I think my biggest thing now with a lot of these matte foundations that are overly matte, guys, just get you a nice little beauty oil. The one I prefer to use right now is by Danessa Myricks, and it's literally called Beauty Oil, and it has actual gold flecks in it. It looks really, really pretty. And that's how like I dial back down my looks, so to speak. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and apply my concealer and see how that looks on top of the foundation. So I'm not going to speak, I'm just going to go ahead and go through the normal routine.
You know that about it. You know that I like it. I'm digging you and I'm wanting you. You know that about it. I know what's up. Said I'm digging you. I'm feeling you. You know that I like it. I'm digging you and I'm wanting you. You know that about it. Girl, you know what's up. Girl, you know what's. Girl, you know what's up. Girl, you know what's. Girl, you know what's up. Girl, you know what's. Girl, you know what's. I'm digging you. Girl, you know what's up. I'm feeling you. Girl, you know what's up. I'm digging you. Girl, you know what's up. I'm feeling you. You know that about it, baby.
Looking at the footage in my viewfinder, like, I look amazeballs, and she's full, like, she's beat, like, she beat, like, you know, and I'm here for it. A special thank you to Makiage for being so gracious in terms of sending these beautiful products that we got to play in today. I do hope that we can keep this brand partnership moving forward. I would love the opportunity to be able to get you guys some kind of code or something, but I would love for you guys to try this out if you get a chance to. They did have a pop-up shop, but it's no longer there in New York anymore. I believe that they will be working on creating a new one, so once I find out about that information, I'll be sure to leave that in my social media, just so that you guys get a chance to go into the store and kind of get a feel for the products in person. Other than that, I do hope that you guys enjoyed. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell sign just in case you just want to know when I post a new video. And then I'll meet you in the comment section so we can chit chat, you know? Bye.